Hey everybody, this is Brian Yearling with the School District of Waukesha Instructional Technology Coordinator Team, and this video is part of a series on FitnessGram. In this video we're going to look at FitnessGram from something that needs to be done administratively before teachers can get in and enroll their students into courses. And that job is going in, logging in with the super admin password at a building, and making sure that all of the teachers have what they need as far as administrative privileges at that building. There are 3 levels of users in FitnessGram. There's a student, a teacher, and then a school admin, and that's true of each school across the district. In order for us to function as we need to, where we give the physical education teachers the power to enroll students in courses and to view data across the school and things like that, we do need to give them the highest level of that, which is the school admin, which gives them administration abilities in those schools. Here you can see, I have logged in already because of privacy issues. I didn't want to give away our username and password, but here you can see that I'm looking at Blair Elementary School, and I have the status of school admin, and with that I can do pretty much anything I need to do in FitnessGram. In this particular case, what we're going to do is we're going to add a teacher to the school. Now in the case of the elementaries, when we batch import student files into FitnessGram, the classroom teacher who those students belong to, so Mrs. Johnson at the 2nd grade, Mrs. Haynes at 3rd grade, who may not be or will not be physical education teachers, their class name will be associated with them and not the physical education teacher that presides over that class. And that's just fine. In fact, it may make things a little bit easier for the physical education teacher to go in and keep count of who is what as far as where students belong in FitnessGram. But that means that at the elementary level especially, we have to make sure that the users are created, the physical education teachers are created as school admin. To do that, once you're in FitnessGram, you click on Users. Look at there in just a moment. And then we're going to change our role to school admin. Wait for this to update, so it says school admins add new. Now at the elementary level, and it's really important, actually across all levels, it's really important that we get this information correct. So for instance, in this case, Brian Yearling. Alright, first and last name, seemingly critical, but the most important thing is that we have an ID that is reflective of what this person's ID is. At the elementary level, whatever you've communicated as their ID will be the same as their username. So I'm going to use Yearling. That'll be the same username and whatever password you communicate to them. It's really important, for this case we'll just stick with all of this. Okay. Let's see. Let's do it like that. It's really important that the passwords match, and the key pieces, this is the same information that you give to the teacher when you ask them to log in, and if they're already created in that particular school, such as in the high school setting, it's the same login that is administered to them or indicated on the batch upload sheets. The way that you would check that is to open the CSV files that we talked about in a previous video, and just to copy and paste whatever's in there as the teacher's ID into these fields here, teacher's first name, last name, and password and such. So that being said, the rest of this is not as critical, and we can click Save. And now, I've already got this one in here from practice earlier, but now we can log out, and that individual can use their login and see the same things we just saw for that particular school. So that's how you go about creating an admin user at each of the buildings. This will need to be done yearly as personnel change. It may even need to be done mid-year as personnel change. But the real key is at the elementary level that you make sure you communicate to them very accurately what their username and password is, whatever you choose that to be, because that's not tied into a spreadsheet anywhere. And at the secondary level, you go into the actual CSV file you download from the FitnessGram tool, and you just very directly copy and paste that teacher's username, first name and last name, so that we have a similar record. If we don't do this, you'll have something like, in one case, Dan would be how you call him, and so you say Dan Tuttle. In another case, the way the district has called him, it's Daniel Tuttle, and you'll have an inconsistency there, and really the computer sees that as two separate users, and so you want to be very accurate with that. So that's how to enroll administrative users into FitnessGram at each of the schools. This will have to be replicated for each of the schools across the district. And the individual to do that is best to use the admin password for FitnessGram, which will be provided to them by me. So thanks a lot for listening, and hopefully that walks you through how to do that.